A little bit of time. Here's your homework. I want you to go look up some statistic or anything that you have seen online around some fact. And then I want you to take what you're about to learn in the next video and try to find at least one journal article to help you discern whether it's fact or fiction. Now let's start with looking at the internet. Right now, you are currently looking at Google Scholar, but I also want to make a note that when you type in research databases into whatever search engine you'd like to explore, what you're going to see is there are various items here at the top of my screen that are showing academic search engines and databases. So it's Google Scholar, it's PubMed, it's Scopus, Semantic Scholar, which is actually an AI research tool. I use that for school. You can use JSTOR, ScienceDirect, Nature, and the list goes on and on. Now, when I scroll down here, you're also going to see various videos of how to look at various research databases. So you can come here and review that information. The one that you currently see here, which says top 7 academic research databases, is probably a good one to start with. However, research to your heart's content. As you scroll down, when you're looking online, you're also going to begin to see other types of research databases. So for example, this is one from Harvard. You see JSTOR again, which is right below that search engine wise. And as I continue to scroll down, then you're going to see EBSCO, which I use from time to time. And one thing I want to point out about some of these research databases is for some, you do have to be affiliated with an organization, while others allow you to look at them for free, or you're able to create a free account. So I want to add that as a caveat. Now, I have the tab Google Scholar open because it is simply something that is easy to review. Now, one of the things that often comes up when let's say I put my personal trainer hat on for today, is there is a lot of buzz around perimenopause and menopause and whether or not you can spot treat fat. I'm using that in quotation marks. Now, what I would want you to be able to do is literally come in here, go to Google. What we're going to do is there is actually something called visceral fat versus subcutaneous fat. And I'm going to say menopause. So what you are currently seeing is the search engine results of that. Depending on which search engine you're using, you will notice different things come up. So as I scroll down, there are going to be various websites, which you can see here. Sometimes this is going to come up. Hello, search engine optimization. That's for another video. But what I would rather us focus on is this article here, and that is from the NIH. Now, sometimes you are going to notice that some research articles will show up on your main search page. Just as if I just jump, I'm going to save myself a little bit of time. I'm going to copy this and go to Google Scholar. And this is also going to show me various research articles. This is a little bit advanced. However, if I move my phone just a little bit here, when I am doing research, I try to stay on top of the latest. So I will keep my range from 2020 or 2021 up to now, just so that I can get the most up-to-date information. Now, if I just kind of zoom on in here, now you're going to start seeing various articles about just different things related to visceral fat, subcutaneous fat. You can go very deep here, just FYI. So just for the purposes of this video, I'm going to choose this one. This is on nature.com. I, for the purpose of this video, will accept all cookies. Normally, what I will also tell you is to review that before you press accept. Again, another video. So what am I looking at? Whenever you are looking at a research article, you're going to see the title, the published date. You're going to see the authors here. So that's also something else that's really important, as well as the journal that it was published in. Okay, that's the first step here. Then when I scroll down, you're going to see something called the abstract. The abstract is going to give you a short and sweet summary of what the article is about in terms of what's the purpose of it, how did they conduct it, which is what the design is, who was involved, what were they looking at, and what were the results and the conclusion. I want to stay here for a second when we're looking at the results and conclusion, because sometimes people get a little bit confused about these parts. So here, what's really important to know is your results are literally that. It is what came out of this study. And usually you're going to see various tables, charts, figures, statistics, data analysis. All of that stuff is going to be in here. The conclusion is going to tell you, or even the discussion. I just did that wrong. Whoopsie. So the conclusion is going to tell you, or the discussion, what happened. So it's interpreting the actual results themselves, and it's going to say were there limitations, were there gaps, and what are your next steps in the future. So whenever you are seeing information online and people are making claims about things, whether it's diet, whether it is various statistics that lean towards a certain way, always go online, type in the subject that you are looking for, and try to look through it to say, okay, let's think about this. I'm going to jump to my results. So body fat and weight loss increased significantly over time, only in women who became postmenopausal by the 4th year. And now you're going to see these different acronyms. In some instances, in the introduction or at the beginning of your article, you are going to see a lot of these things get defined. So energy expenditure, EE, is here. VAT, visceral adipose tissue, all of those things are usually defined. And when they define them in the beginning, you may not see the actual word throughout the rest of the article. So I need you to get you a key, put that on the side, and write down what your definitions are. So as you go through the article, that's when they're going to go in depth with the information that you are seeing. And there are going to be times where you don't necessarily understand what these things are. But if you don't understand something, then let's say this dextrose sulfate precipitation method. I don't know what that is. You know what I'm going to do? Copy it. Come right here, paste. It tells me what it is. If I'm like, that didn't help me, videos. Some of these you're going to have to go through to figure out, okay, is this what I need? No. Okay, let me scroll back up. Images. Oh yeah, that's a lot. And so then you can take some time to take a look at this and actually go through it so that you can determine what certain things are and you can take notes for yourself. So this is going to give you the tools and resources to start that process. And you can always go to a mainstream, let's say resource or website to get the basics of what you need. And then you can supplement that with an actual article. So now I want you to go look up some fact that I stated in the beginning of the video and do this exercise for yourself.